Hello, today we are going to see how we can access the private variables and as well as invoke the private methods of a class from within another class. So let's take an example here. So we have a class with private method and field. So it consists of a private variable named private field, and it is initialized with a initial value of private value. Similarly, we have the private method. So we have hard coded the response for this private method to return a string. So our goal is to be able to create an object of this particular class and able to retrieve the private variable and also update the value of this private variable and also to invoke this private method. So let's try to create another class, and from that other class we will create an instance of this class and try to update the private field and as well as invoke this private method. So I have created this class private demo method and field demo. So our goal is to be able to invoke the private method on the another class that we have seen earlier, and also able to update the access and update the private variable within that class. So as you know that a private variable or a private method in a class cannot be accessed outside of this class, but we can achieve this through a concept known as reflection. So through reflection we can even able to access the private variable or the private method of a class. So let's see how we can do that. So first we will begin with create an object of this class, the target class, which consists of the private methods and also the private variables. So I'm creating a new object of this class. So our goal is to be able to retrieve the private variable and also the invoke the private method. So through reflection, how we can achieve this? Initially we need to get the class of this the class that we have created. On that we need to invoke a method named get declared field. So and we will pass in the value of the variable name, that is the private field. So here it shows me with some error. So this particular method throws an unhandled exception, so we need to declare it. So through this particular method get declared field on the dot class of the target class, and by passing the field name we will be able to retrieve the field of the private variable. So this particular field is a representation of the private variable which is present in the declared class. So this is a class which is defined as part of the java.lang.reflect package. So now we have the corresponding field, private field of the target class. So we have this field, but we need to make this as an accessible field. So we need to invoke the method set accessible and then set this accessible to true. So now we can be able to access the field. Now we have that field, and we have made this field as an accessible field. So now our goal is to next get the value of this particular field. So how we can do that? We need to invoke method name get and pass it the instance of the object of the target class. So this will provide me with the private field value. Let's name it as a field value, and then we will try to print the value of the field value. So this method gives me an error. So this is a method which throws some illegal access exception, which is a checked exception. So we need to declare it. So let's run this. So it is compiling, and now we can see the value which is printed here, that is the private value. So which is the value that we have initialized this private variable with. So now we are able to retrieve the value of a private variable within another class from a different class. So okay, so next our goal is to be able to update the private variable defined in the target class. So we can also achieve this in the same field object here, but instead of get we will need to invoke this set method and then pass in the object and also the target value with which we need to assign that object private variable with. Let's give it the value name value, another value. So now we have set the private variable with another value. We will need to check whether this update takes into effect. So we need to again run the same get method to retrieve the latest value. So I will call it as field value updated, and then I'll try to print this. Let's try to run it again and see if this update is taken into effect. Yeah, you can see this value has been printed. So I just use print. Let me change it to println so that we can see it. So okay, now we have achieved two things, right? We have got the value of the private variable, and also we have updated the value and retrieved the value after the update now, and we can see that the value got updated. So next thing we try to do is to invoke a private method which is defined in this target class. So how can we achieve this? We can achieve our private method invocation in a similar fashion to how we did it for this particular private field. So only thing we need, instead of the get declared field, we need to invoke get declared method and pass in the method name of the private method. So this is the private method. So I will pass the value private method this particular method throws a checked exception, so we need to declare and provide it in the method signature. Okay, so we have got this method. Similar to how we captured the field to this field variable, method can also be need to be referenced by an object of method is defined in the reflect package. So now we have this method. So this is a private method, so this we need to set it to be an accessible method, so we'll set the accessible to true, so now we can access this method. So our goal is to invoke this method. So on this method we will call invoke method and pass in the target object. This throws a checked exception again, so we need to declare that in the method signature. So and once we invoke this method, we need to capture the response that is coming from this method. So and we'll try to print this value. We'll run it again. So now we can see we have the hard-coded string value that we have written from that particular private method. So now we are able to even invoke a private method which is defined in the target class. Okay, this is the very basic way of how we can access the private variable, update the private variable, and even invoke the private method. So this particular thing in the context of Spring, we can do it much more easier way using a utility class. So in Spring we have this reflection test utils class, which is used to achieve the same thing which we have done by using all these these particular packages. The objects are defined in the package reflect package, like field method, and getting those fields and the methods through this get declared method or this get declared field methods, right? So we can achieve the same thing in a much more easier way. I mean, we have done this through in multiple lines actually, but this reflection test utils, through this reflection test utils we can achieve the same thing but in a much more concise manner actually. So to get the field, we have to invoke this get field on the reflection test utils and pass in the object of the target class, and then we need to provide the name of the field, private field. So now we can get the private field value. So this is an object, so I will just an object, and now we have the private field value, and we'll try to print this value. Let's run this. Okay, so I have got the value here to the Spring by invoking the get field method on the reflection test utils. So now we have the value. So we can also see a log entry here stating like getting the private field for target object on the target class. So as you can see, right, how number of lines of code that we need to do here, as opposed to getting the same, achieving the same result to a single line by using the reflection test util. So it's much more simple and easy. In the similar lines, if you want to update the field, we need to, instead of using get field, we need to use set field on this, and then set field we need to call in the given the target class and the name and the value name, and as a third parameter we need to give the target value. I'm giving it as another value. So we have set the updated the private field value to another value, but we need to check if the update has taken into effect. So we need to call the get field again. Let's call it as updated. We will print it. So let's see the result of this. So we should see another value as the new value. Yeah, we can see here, right, I have updated this, and we can also see the log statement like getting the private field to new field value as another value, and then we have tried to retrieve this. So it says getting field value. So we have got the private field value, and also we have updated it, and then try to check it again if the update has taken into effect. The next thing is we should be able to invoke the private method with the help of reflection test utils. Let's see how this can be done. There is an invoke method here. We need to pass in the instance class and then the name of the method we are doing. So this will eventually invoke the method. So method, let's call it a method response. We have in the response from this method already defined. So I will update the variable name to reflection test utils method response by using reflection test utils. So I will print this. So we should get the hard-coded value that we have sent from that method response. So we have got this actually. So this is the private method response. So you should also see the corresponding log statement like working method, private method, and target object. Okay, so as you can see, right, using the reflection test utils, it's much more easier. We can achieve what we have tried to achieve within a single line actually. So through reflection we need to type in a lot of statements here to get the value or update the value or invoke the method. Through reflection test utils is much more easier, and we can achieve it in a single line. This particular reflection test utils we can actually get it in the Maven dependency, Spring-test artifact under the all.Spring framework. So if we include this Maven dependency, we can get this reflection test utils, and through this we can easily able to access and update or invoke the private members of a class.